this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. What I want to talk about, I had a comment, and they mentioned they should take combat veterans and make policemen out of them. And I thought I better kind of say something on this. I made a video. Sorry, I don't know the title. And where I go into detail. To be a policeman back in the 60s and 70s, it was one of those on-the-job training. Nowadays, I think they want you to have at least a little bit of college. And the reason for the college is, like I've mentioned before, college doesn't teach you, the main thing college teaches you is to do as you're told. Not to think, to do as you're told. So when you do on-the-job training, you learn reality. And you learn policing. What is policing? You learn people. You learn the profile. There's characteristics that you look for. And it's best when you see it in person and you see the results. In other words, you see this person, you know, if you've got experience, you know this guy's trouble. And to be aware. At the same time, you see this person, and you see, well, hey, there's no problem with them. You know, they're just good people. So this is what on-the-job training teaches you. And when you apply, okay, back to military being police, especially combat. The good thing about military in general, military personnel in general, they follow orders. Now, when I was in the Marines during the Vietnam era, we followed orders. At the same time, we were told, and we had a clear understanding, that we do not follow immoral orders. And I know, now we can get into a debate, and I'll tell you, the ones that really want to debate on this stuff are the ones that don't have any idea what it's like to be in combat. And the thing is, they try to, and I still get comments, people say, well, how do you justify killing people? I can justify it. Matter of fact, I can see where I have a moral obligation in some cases. And there are going to be people that want to debate this. And yes, I'm sure. But they have no experience at all. To tell you the truth, they've been sucking on tit all the time. And they have no idea of reality. And, but the thing is, we do have moral obligations. Police, and that's really what operates the military, to tell you the truth. That is. The military training, they try to teach you you know, how to do the fighting and how to do the combat. Nowadays, see, in my days, it was how to do combat warfare. Nowadays, it's how to kick open doors and you know, do stuff like that. Well, you know, it might have changed like that, but it's still basically under what do you call it? Morals. We have a goal. We set goals in the military. We set goals, and then we work together, not hand in hand, but we work together to reach those goals. There's nothing wrote down telling you how to do it. Now, we're back to where things have changed. They teach you how to kick open the doors and how you question people and do all that kind of stuff. That's more like police stuff. This is where I've got the disagreement between what they're doing with military. But then again, I was in the Marines. And at that time, Marines were known around the world was you don't invite a Marine into a war. Because when a Marine comes to a war, we will destroy and we will kill. In my times, we weren't called in until things were so bad that there's no way anything's going to get done until the Marines come in and get things squared away. I haven't been in the Marines lately, so I don't know. But I do know in the military they've been going more and more using police type tactics. My whole experience in the Marines was nothing but combat. So my thing, and where I was, it was, hey, everybody was the enemy where I was. So now they've put the military, because of the political turmoil that we've put our military through, we put our military in with civilians and use the military to police civilians. It doesn't work well. If you've ever been in an occupied area, you would understand. When military or police have the right to come into your house, take whatever they want, go through all your stuff, you lose a lot of respect in them. That's why I don't like it when they do like that to Marines. When they start teaching Marines stuff like that, now we're going to lose our abilities to do what needs to be done to win in combat. Okay, and I don't like, and then what's happening, they have been hiring a lot of military personnel into law enforcement, and then they turn around and they equip them with military gear. They dress them in military clothing, and you wonder why the police aren't policing. No, they're occupying. That's what they're doing. They're occupying our streets. They stop you. They go through your car. They ask you questions and all this kind of stuff. This is what the police and military have gone together doing this kind of stuff, and it can't be like that. But that's the thing that's going. And like I say, police are not. They do not work on morals. They don't. If they did, okay. If I'm here, I'm right here by myself. If there was 20 other people right here, and one person come walking up there, and they decide to go pick on that person, that's immoral. I will put a stop to it. And if they were all my friends, they would know you don't harass this person. And if you're not one of my friends, I'm going to have to teach you do not harass people. But police will stand by and that's why I say, well, there's only a handful of bad police. No. If there's one bad policeman doing one bad thing and you know him and know of him and you're with him, you are a bad too. You have that moral responsibility. The police have given up that moral responsibility, and I do not think that the military has given up that moral attitude. And the reason why I lived through Vietnam and I wasn't really torn apart and all this other kind of stuff is I had my morals, I better say that different. I didn't have my morals straight. I was morally screwed up. 18 years old. Everything I saw was completely against my morals. Everything that I did was against my morals. And that's because I didn't fully understand how the morals worked. And that's why they like 18-year-olds in the military. You're struggling with your morals still. And so you will do things. I've done things that were morally I shouldn't have done. I learned from that. And that's why I say the police won't. Because the police, this is their career. This is the money that they're going to make. They're going to be retiring on this stuff. So, and their reports, they're always worried about the reports. You learn that in college. You know, that paper trail you're going to have. You know, I mean, yeah, it's bullshit. So there is a big difference between military and police. I get more hate mail from police. Matter of fact, I don't think I've got any from military. I don't think I got any from military personnel. And I haven't got a whole lot hate mail from the police, but if it's going to be military or police, it's going to be the policeman that's going to say bad things. But and that's because, like I say, they're working on a whole different type of system, and they don't understand my kind of thinking. That's because I'm just mainly military. I said I tried to be a policeman. I couldn't do it because the law, and it told me at that time how screwed up things was. The law says one thing, but my morals say something else. And hey, by that time, I had some pretty good morals. I've put my morals to the test. And what I've learned was if a law is immoral or unconstitutional, it is not a law. But to law enforcement, it doesn't apply because they don't use morals and they've been taught to do as they're told, not to think about the Constitution. Another difference with the military. Military are more spiritual, more religious, and they sure the hell believe in the Constitution because that's why they joined the military. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.